hurts you? What's driving you? What's wrong? And are you willing to make it right? In the movie Mission Impossible, they always give a mission, and Ethan Hunt decides whether he's going to accept it or not. And so today, you have a mission. You have a mission. You see my Oprah? You have a mission. But if you don't accept it, then it's not going to happen. You must choose to accept it the way that Mr. Bradley accepted that his mission was to free families all over the world. It's the who. What I've learned in a decade of doing business in this company, it's not just the quantity, it is the quality. Somebody say player.
Player.
Mr. John C. Maxwell reminded us, we talked about this for convention. There are players and they are pretenders that are going to walk in your path. You need to know if you're going to go star to star, pen to pen, you need players in the mission with you. One of the things I love about Mission Impossible, somebody say team.
Team.
It's always a team. It's somebody on technical, it's somebody, doing this, shutting down the computer system so that it's always people with talent in other areas. It doesn't have to be one area. Some of you are good at certain things and others are good at others. That's why I do the colors training. The reds, they're driven, they're going to bulldoze their way through. But the yellows are going to give us a hug once the bulldozing happens. The blues are going to turn up tonight more than anybody, and the greens are going to stand on the side going, what are they doing? But that's a team. Say team.
Team.
But whatever you do, as you are on your mission, somebody say recruit up.
Recruit others.
Many times, the only requirement to be on our team, do you have a pulse and a social security number? Guys, it's got to be more. You've got to be looking, as Mr. Bradley shared with the directors today, you've got to be looking for talent. You've got to be looking for consistency. You've got to be looking for some work ethic. So in order for you to complete that mission, you have to have a competent team. Find some smart, motivated people and train them. People ask us all the time, how do I motivate people? Somebody say you don't.
You don't.
You find motivated people and you train them. So people will identify themselves. What should you be looking for? Say this with me. Hunger.
Hunger.
Humility.
Humility.
Poise.
Passion.
Maturity. Thinkers. Doers. And finishers. That's who you should be looking for. Those are the people that you want on your team. Somebody say less.
Say less.
A lot of people come into the industry of network marketing, and what I found in the past 10 years is you want to coach them, but they want to coach you. No results, they haven't gone the way, but they come with a lot of opinions of how this is supposed to go. I love what Mr. Bradley, he said that somebody who I guess had built a team in the hundreds, he said, listen, I don't want to flex, but don't you flex on me. Meaning, when we're in the presence of people who've accomplished the things that we're trying to accomplish, we need to listen. How many of you know listening is a challenge for you? You've got to work on that. And the one thing I love is that you've got to raise your coachability index. If you're going to be mission possible, mission accomplished, you've got to be coached. Raise your hand if you have a coach. Great. Do they know that you are they aware? A lot of people raise their hand, the coach don't even know. They have no idea that y'all are connected. And I know this to be true, so seek wise counsel, seek knowledge. Anytime you're going to complete a mission, you could be going 100 miles an hour in the wrong direction.
Yes.
That doesn't help you over here. This is a voluntary army. The reason why a lot of people don't succeed in their mission is because they come with managerial skills. They think that in your corporate job, you're the manager, people have to listen to you, because if they don't listen to you, they can get written up. Somebody say voluntary.
Voluntarily.
In the voluntary army, that's what they can do, not listen to you. And that's why you say, how do I get my team to respond? The way they respond is, put in your notes, I add value. Put that in your notes, I add value. Because if you add value, Mr. Bradley said this morning, and he went down the front line in the director's meeting, that his 9 people, most of his 9 people that took him gold builder are still here. If you help Mr. Bradley go gold, stand up real quick. Where's Ann Jones, Melanie, where are you at? That took Mr. Bradley gold. We were all standing there. You see that? So that's Orlando, Ann, Fern, Melody, and me. And then David. Y'all see that? Can you find your gold team? The people that took your gold, are they still present? Are they still plugged in? Are they ranking up and banking up? Most of us, our first 9 are a practice squad. And that's okay because you didn't know what you were looking for. So you've got to be more keen and more concentrated on who it is that you're recruiting and what it is that they're bringing to the table because you got to help them. The reason why there's a lot of loyalty in his front line is because he's giving a lot. And write that in your notes. How much do you give? Mentorship, we understand, is a gift. And if somebody is spending time with you, pouring into you, giving of their time, guys, you got that, okay. See, there we go. The mission is still possible. I don't know what happened. But be ready to serve. Be ready to serve. Can we leverage you? We can leverage many, many people. You can leverage us at the meeting, but we can't leverage you. No one is your employee. You're not the supervisor. Don't bark it, model it. Say with me, don't bark it.
Don't bark it. Model it.
That's what Mr. Bradley did. He just got back from Detroit, still modeling it. What we learned in 10 years is, don't beware of the scatter bomb. Scatter bombs can implode your team. It can implode your business from the inside out. You gotta stay focused. Have you ever seen the derby where the horses are running and they have those blinders on? When we are running a 40 days and 40 nights, raise your hand, are you running right now in 40 days and 40 nights? Okay, good. Okay, so if you're running in 40 days and 40 nights, we still looking at your timeline and we see a turn up.
Yes.
That's not, guys, 40 days and 40 nights, somebody say shut it down.
Shut it down. You've
got to shut it down. If you're telling me about the beef with Cardi and Nicki Minaj, and you know the details, guys, you have your blinders on. If you know all the tea, all the housewives and what's going on, when you shut it down, you don't know what's going on. How many of you know they say a dog in the hunt doesn't realize he has fleas? Scattered bombs are fleas. And what does that look like? Who did it? What happened? Where? Why they quit? Why they posting it? Is there a quicker and easier way? I have a question. Is there a quicker and easier way? It's not. Nothing works but the work. This is network marketing, not NetWish. How many of you know that if something is in your mind, you probably shouldn't always share it with others? Look at your neighbor and say, don't do that. If it's in your mind, you probably shouldn't share. Have anybody ever put together a text message and you were going off and you deleted it? Give yourself a clap for that. Has anybody ever made a post and deleted it? Has anybody ever made a post and you didn't delete it? You posted it, but your friend said delete it. And you listened to your friend. Somebody say scatterbomb. Because what it does is, you got it off your chest, you feel better, and the entire downline is confused. They're wondering what is going on, and they're gonna spend the entire day trying to figure it out. And there was something going on in your mind. People also will come to you with coaching and mentorship. How many of you know that social media predators don't come looking like social media predators? They don't say, I'm trying to take your money. They don't inbox you, I'm trying to scam you. What do? Hi, I'm here to help you with free coaching. And when they offer you that free coaching, how many of you know they want something? Somebody approached Brandy the other day and said that he was offering free coaching. He was helping Caroline Hamilton's team. He had pictures, videos, and used her name all through. And then Brandy, because she is extremely coachable, said, Coach, what do you think of this? I said, well, let's get on the Zoom, let's talk to him. We talked to the guy, he sat there using her name, this and that, and we said, we'll talk, we just wanted to hear. I said, what is it that you want? Oh, we only want 300 one time and 97 a month.
What?
I said, sir, you have an amazing day. I called Caroline. Caroline, do you know Alexander? She said, who? She did not even know him. He was lying. How many of you know that social media predators, people who make money off of social media, people lie?
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful, and we call that police and protect yourself against scatter bombs. One of the ways that will cause you to delete that text message, to delete that post, and not set off scatter bombs in your downline and all around you is raising your level of emotional intelligence. What we've learned in 10 years is that you've got to be poised. You've got to, and this is what Jay Stewart and Mr. Moore talked about on Friday. You've got to have those 5 components of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, empathy, self-management, social skills, and self-awareness. How many of you know that you want to, in 2026, raise your level of personal development and emotional intelligence? That's good.
Yes.
I think we all should continue to work on that, because the power of that means that you're going to be able to weather the storm. Jim Rohn said, it is not the wind that blows, it's what? The set of the sail. Some of y'all know it. Somebody say relationships. Relationships are the real currency. How well do you build them? In the past 10 years, what we've learned as mission has been possible is that relationships are what really makes an organization grow or stay stagnant. Do you have a core? If you and your core are present here today, stand to your feet. Very good, very good, very, very, very good. So we have some people that are rolling together. Thank you. If you come in the building but nobody's coming with you, that is not powerful. I got my ticket, great, where's your crew? You need eggs, flour, milk, and I'm not mad at some sugar. That's that 4th person that comes into your organization. Use the color training to better understand people. For me, I had to understand everybody was not here for money. I had to understand there were people who were here for personal development and camaraderie. You've got to be able to leverage as you go to these meetings, as you network with people here this weekend. You want to form relationships, because a lot of people say nobody's helping me, but who are you helping? Look for pillars. If you want to build a solid organization, Pastor Fern, a super hierarchy, as I hear you say often, you need to have a great foundation. You need people who are documented. We don't need people talking about it, we need people being about it. If you're a winning team, is it a team talking a bunch of trash? Now sometimes you may talk the trash, but how many of you know you gotta score a point? If you don't score a point, it doesn't matter. Somebody say, get documented. If you're not going from goal to 1 to 2, what does Mr. Bradley say? It's 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. Let's do this again. Some of y'all sleep. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, 6 star, great. That's that double diamond. That's it. You've got to have a competitive spirit. Mr. Bradley shared with us a term today, rank up. Rank up reps. Who are those reps that are ranking up, that have a competitive spirit to go get it now? Coachability, accountability, accessibility, transparency, and work ethic. How many of you want some people on your team with amazing work ethic? You're not the only one. You don't feel like you're by yourself, but you got to work harder than anybody on your squad. Integrity, trust, respect, professionalism, skill set, and responsibility. How many of you know leadership is an amazing responsibility? Don't just have the kids, raise them. Somebody say plug in. Don't miss anything. How many of you know there was a list of almost 500 people trying to get in this room today? So give it up for you that made it in this room. There's a waiting list. They didn't make it. They didn't get in. So you've got to plug in. And there were people who said things like, I got to get through convention first, then I'll worry about 10-year anniversary. It was already sold out at that point. Do you have people on your team notoriously asking you for sold out tickets? I want to encourage you, here's what I want to encourage you to do. Not only plug in, buy extra tickets. Not for the team that are irresponsible not getting their tickets, but what I've learned is I got extra tickets for the superstars that dropped in my downline that couldn't get tickets. I'm going to plug everything. Anybody want to condense time? If you want to condense time, be on everything. The INV, the weekly meetings, anything you can absorb and you can digest. Go to as many events as you can afford to attend and don't go alone. Somebody say model it. Model it. You have to model it. If your team does exactly what you do every single day, what kind of team do you have? Is that a team that's consistent and persistent? Do we have a team that's up and down? Do we have a team that's going around saying, I'm bad? Because that's what you do? You've got to model it because your team can only duplicate what they see in you. The speed of the leader is the speed of the team. But Mr. Bradley pointed out today that as you are applying speed, don't forget the people that are with you. Circle back from time to time and help those people to promote and rank up. Somebody say, I can't quit.
I cannot quit.
Lastly, you can't quit. One of the things that we've noticed in this past 10 years is that if you stick and stay, you will have your pay. Don't quit. Do you know how many people have come and gone? Do you know how many people, I sat there doing a 10-year reel, and I...
$7 million monthly income earner. You follow me? I'm just letting you know where we're going, right? That set a pace. We had individuals, founding directors that became the first six-figure income earners, right? We had Mr. Shudder White, who became the first seven-figure income earner, right? We're about to have, in a short period of time, we're going to have our first seven-star director. We're about to have our first $2 million a year income earner. So those numbers are going to continue to change, and we need you to be a part of it. So again, to bring up to the stage this morning, this young lady really needs no introduction. She has a team of well over 27,000 agents. She is a two-time MVP of our company. She probably wears the double diamond ring, indicating earnings of well over $1 million every 12-month calendar period. Everybody, let's give it up to two-time MVP, Ms. Natalie Nicole Graham.
It feels like just yesterday. I don't have fancy music on my PowerPoint, y'all. Just let y'all know that. But I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to close your eyes right now. And I want you to visualize what your 10 years from now will look like. Literally, when I was sitting on the front row of my very first meeting, if I were to close my eyes, I would not have seen 27,000 people. So I want y'all to know in just a short period of time, it can happen for you too, and today could be your day one for your 10 year. So open your eyes, and let's get this started. Where am I pointing, Dorian? All right. So Mr. Bradley called me, he said, I want you to talk about your 10 years of building online and offline. He said because a lot of times people are coming into this industry right now and they're getting confused about things that they see now because technology has evolved, things are innovative now, but we want to go back to the basics. And we want to show you, and I want to show you how I did it organically, started from day one. Is that right? That's me in my cubicle, y'all. And y'all can't see it, but on the back of my little gray walls, the little 3 walls that I had so many positive affirmations on there because I wasn't just looking at those 3 walls, I was looking for a way out. That picture right there as well, you see, was my very first convention. I looked broke, busted, and disgusted because I was. I remember that outfit came from the Goodwill, y'all, because I couldn't even afford to really pay for clothes at that time. Why I said yes to network marketing is because I always wanted to be the first person in my family to break the generational curse of poverty. That was one of my whys. So think about what it is that your why is. Another reason was I wanted to bring myself home with my children. I remember my son missing out on events because I did not have the money, neither did I have the time. And I wanted that for my daughters. Of course, I couldn't do it with him, he's grown now, but I had another chance. Starting out as an introvert, y'all, because a lot of times people come up to me, and I'm sure this will alleviate that, when you coming up to me today saying, I'm an introvert, how? Most successful people in network marketing are introverts. A majority of the people at this table over here, believe it or not, are introverts. So that's not an excuse. What I had to do in the very beginning was read books. And when I say read books, the first year of network marketing, because I didn't know what I didn't know. I had to read books on leadership because I didn't know how to be a leader. I just came in, as the new girl on the block, and I sat in the front row. I took copious notes because I knew that my dream was to be in front of the room one day. So I wanted to be close to the fire, close to the magic that was in front of the room. So I would watch the people who were in the front, and I would mimic some of the things that they were doing. I don't know how it's going. And it was a journey of growth, not perfection. I remember one day they were telling me that I want you to get up in front of the room and start presenting. I want you to start training. My heart dropped. But what I realized is that's where the money lies. The money lies in front of the room. So even though, I was really, really, really bad and really, really nervous, I went ahead and said, you know what, let me go ahead, I'm gonna conquer this. If they can do it, I can do it too. And so I practiced on my own. I came up with training, and what I realized is that it's the knowledge that helps me get in front of the room and not be nervous. Most people are nervous only because they're not knowledgeable about the subject. So I said, you know what, let me become a master of my craft. And that's what I did. Building as an introvert. What I did first, y'all, was partner with people who had strengths where I was weak. That picture right there is Dr. Shaquana Catino. She's the very first person who I brought into my organization. I reached out to her because y'all ever met anybody who had the gift of gab and never met a stranger? She was that person who I knew liked to talk. I'm not so much of a talker. So when I reached out to her and told her about it, she immediately caught on and she said, I'm in. And because of her, she beat me. She beat me in the gold builder. And once I became, and I remember calling Victoria Mayberry one day, I hit 100 people. And I was like, well, why am I not a director? And she was like, your legs are not balanced. And I was like, what do you mean? They look fine to me. But just to show y'all my journey, I still was not knowledgeable. They call me ignorance on fire. So you don't have to know everything, because guess what? That's what your coaches and your mentors are there for, to catch you, to teach you, to train you when you're not doing the right thing. And I was doing a lot of the wrong things, right? But they didn't let me do it for so long. So all of those individuals that had those strengths where I was weak, those are who I reached out to. The power of making my list, y'all. Make your list again. And when I say that, I had to make my list again. As of recently, I went back to this list and took the people who did not join my business and put it back on my new list. Because guess what? Things have changed since I started. A lot of things. We didn't have apps, we didn't have all this technology that we have now, and we didn't have any evidence. So imagine how we were doing in the beginning without even having that much evidence. And you have so much of it now. And on that list, some of those people right now, their names are checked. As you see, Shaquana and Kim, their names are right beside each other, and they're $250,000 income earners in my organization. I checked them off. That's my very first list that I made. The PS3, I had to leverage, that's our favorite word in network marketing, I had to leverage Mr. Moore because I did not know what I was talking about. But leaders, how many of you hear from people saying, I can't get anybody like, what? I haven't been on the phone with them. Y'all, stop trying to close yourself. That is what your leadership is for, because you might be saying all of the wrong things. You always need that third party validation. First wins with simple systems. Because I was an introvert, y'all, I had to come up with creative ways because I didn't want to approach people. I didn't want to talk to people. And so what I did was I came up with this great idea to create a Facebook group. One for my team, and then one for my team and the prospects. And in that group, I was doing the presentation, and I was doing it all wrong in the beginning. Mr. Moore was like, that is not duplicatable. You remember that, Mr. Moore? I actually put him in the group, and he was like, this ain't it. But you know what? That's trial and error. So what I did was, I said, well, can you help me? Can you do the presentation in here alongside me? And then when we did it inside of that group, we would add the prospects, and we would just tag the prospects up underneath the presentation, right? And that's some of the things that I did online. Transitioning online, from chasing to attracting. Y'all ever hear people say, I've reached out to all these people and nobody's contacted me? You want to attract these people. And a lot of times you are not attracting these people because you're not doing anything on your social media at all. You cannot attract who you're not as well. So you want to create a lifestyle so that you can attract, but until you get it, where you wave your hands, there she is right there. I attracted her by putting up a little picture of a rinky-dink horse. They look majestic, right? With beautiful tropical waters that I edited to make it look more blue because they really look muddy, right? But guess what? I attracted her through just that post. If I had not posted, she would not have seen it. Therefore, she would have been one of my 6-figure income earners now. Sharing my story on social media. We need more of that. Just this week, I did 2 interviews with people, and I had them to share their stories on my platform because facts tell, stories sell. And I had a lot of people who, after they saw that live, was like, oh my gosh, I really, really need to do this. So I was able to sign up a few people just by doing that live. Visibility matters. People must see you to join. If your store is closed, if your Facebook and your Instagram, if you're never on there, who are they joining? And the breakthroughs from online attraction is that I've been able to create over 95% of my organization online because I was consistent. This is big, y'all. This was this year's convention. I know a lot of people don't like, wearing the white. Some of the people's like, it's probably like I'm in Easter Sunday, but it shows the synergy, right? And I always said that I wanted to have 1/3 of my organization at every single event. That's always been my mission, to have 1/3 of my organization at every event. Because I understand that they need to see other leadership and other people in front of the room other than myself. I don't know everything. There's somebody else that you can learn from. There's JP, there's Orlando, there's everybody. And so people join people, not just companies. I don't want to say without saying it. There's been a lot of companies formulating as of recent. And what happens is, a lot of times, people are buying into the person and not the actual product. Our product is the best product there is because even with those companies, they have to use our product in order to do their product. Right?
Yeah.
But they join the people first. So you want to create a culture of recognition and celebration. That's one of the things, people go to work and they don't get recognized. So this is why our company is so big on, when you go get your bronze pin, as soon as you get 3 people, then we celebrate you when you get your silver pin. We create that culture of recognition because it makes people feel good once they're recognized because they don't typically get it outside of here. Building a safe space where people feel like family, not a number. If you want to know how to retain your people, it's through culture. It's through making them feel good. It's not through dictatorship. It's not through any of that. It's through leading with love. You can also, they call me a pit bull in a skirt, but you can lead with love and celebrate your people. Community is the glue that keeps people committed. And duplication works best in a strong culture. Staying organic. Be you, not anybody else. Success still comes from genuine connections, showing up consistently, being approachable. There's a lot of times, people are like, I don't know if I can approach her, I don't know how she is. Don't be that person. How not to be that person, start reading books on leadership skills and how to influence people. That's one of the books I'm reading right now. Lifestyle branding, letting people see the real you. One of the things that Rachel does so well is she gets people to see the real her. How does she do it? She does it through branding herself online, on her stories. I love watching Rachel's online stories. You know why? Because I see everything. I know her husband's name, I know her kid's name, I know that they're building another house, I know what it looks like, I know that she's had her coffee, I know that she feels crazy. I did not know what I did not know. However, I knew that I was not going to quit. I knew that I was not going to stop in my business. I wasn't going to start and stop saying I don't know how to and learn how to. Have Google. Build people, not just business. A lot of times people are forgetting to build the people that are within the organization. We have people from different walks of life.